Don't tell me the session froze. Man, this is the return to WSR, and we're gonna have a... Is this a glitch? I hope not. Please don't tell me the lobby already glitched. Come on. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for round 1 out of 4 of this Summer Series Championship. I'm your host and commentator and league manager, Flip Flop Fish here. And I have to say, it's been a pretty long time since we've raced in WSR. Had to do a lot of schoolwork and shit like that, so I didn't really have time to run the league. But now it's summertime and I'm back. And I'm excited to present you with a round 1 of WSR here. We got a pretty stacked grid here of 16 drivers, with hopefully one more joining in Seville Flair, who's now called NLR Rudy. And we'll just have to wait for somebody to get on track here. Pretty sure the tire of the choice is obviously going to be the softs. Then for the race, it's probably going to be a medium to hard strategy or hard to medium strategy. You could use the softs too. I can't remember, man. But softs aren't terrible at this track, are they? Fuck, I can't remember, but... Medium to hard definitely seems like the preferred strategy at most tracks, from what I remember. But we'll see what these drivers do. If they want that extra pace advantage at the start, they'll go for the softs, obviously, but softs were out pretty quickly on this game. Okay. Stream link is out to you guys. On track. Kevin obviously raced back in Season 7, and I think he might have done maybe one race in Season 6. No, I think he just raced on F1 2022. So, he's out on track now in that Alfa Romeo car with the red and white livery. And we'll just have to wait for him to start his lap. Looks like BXT Burnett is going for the mediums, and then Spirits on the intermediates for some reason. Yas is also on an out lap here. These guys will look to do 3 runs in this session. There's no reason to save soft compound tires anymore with the tire rule that was added in the 2022 F1 season. So maybe he does want to save a set. I don't know. Excuse me sometimes. Kevin Cow's about to start a lap. We'll go on board with him. Turn off all the telemetry and shit. Actually, we'll leave the lap data on, but we're going to go on board with Kevin Cow here. A full lap around Silverstone. I do not know the turn numbers, but I do know the turn names. Coming on the final corner now, this right-hander. If you get on that curb, you could lose it a little bit as Kevin Cow starts to head down the front straight here, down into turn 1. You want to keep it flat through here. He does so. Coming through turn 2, flat out left-hander into turn 3. Could have used more of the exit curb, but obviously he didn't. Took it pretty tight, which compromises his run through turn 4 into turn 5, flat out. Down onto the back straight, the hangers. This is not the hanger straight. What the fuck am I talking about? Whatever the straight is called. I think into turn 6, Luffield? Wasn't terrible. Into Brooklands. Long right-hander. You can take a lot of lines through here. In the race, I like to go a little bit deep and then cut back in. Now he's onto the old pit straight here. Cut as much of the track as possible into, I'm blanking out here. Whatever this corner is. Didn't take it flat. I'm actually going to put the telemetry on. Into Maggots and Beckett's now. 7th gear, 6th gear here. He is making a mockery of these corners, but maybe I'm just speaking from out of my ass. On to the hanger straight now. Down into Stowe. 6th gear here. Goes down into 5th, gets on the power pretty nicely. This isn't going to be a terrible lap from Kevin, but it's obviously not going to be a crazy lap. 2nd gear to Vale, through Cloud Corner now. And then the last corner here, it's going to be a 28-1? 28-1 for Kevin. Purple Snack on the lap, we'll go on board with him. Give a lot of these drivers similar amounts of screen time in this qualifying session. This Purple Snack comes through into Brooklands and onto the old pit straight. Looked a little bit tidier than Kevin. Kevin's obviously gotten a little bit quicker, though, from what I've noticed, compared to when he first started in WSR. I'm not sure about Purple Snack, if he's quick or not, but he took it about 165 going through that corner. You want to carry a little bit more speed. I usually try to stay around 175. You can tell he's on controller. 5th gear through here, that was pretty tidy. Through Maggots and Beckett's onto the old, or not just the hanger straight, into Stowe. We'll see what he can do. Should have stayed in 6th gear. These guys like going into 5th though, for whatever reason. I think he has traction control on, judging by his throttle tracings. It definitely looks like it. Coming through club corner now, a little bit wide in 5th gear. Probably slower than Kevin. Yeah, it is. JM? Or that's Yasso. JM is not on the lap. Spenny? Is Spenny on the lap? Spenny is on the lap. This is the guy we'll want to watch out for in this qualifying session. Looks like we have some pretty similar speed level drivers here. Kevin, Jojo, Bernat are pretty close. I think Snack can improve on his time. Spenny Penny, fastest middle sector for him. And now on the Stowe, watch, he'll stay in 6th gear, unlike some of the other guys. Yep, told you. Gets on the power, takes a wider line. That is how you want to take the corners at this track. A wide entry, and then strong on the exit. Cuts a lot of club corner there, which is what you want to do. Try and get over that curb if you can without extending the track limits. It's a 27.5 for Spenny, and that is a good provisional pull time for him. DeFluke on a lap. Into turn 3, 3rd gear. You can get back on the throttle pedal into turn 4 and set yourself well for this straight, which he does a pretty good job of. A lot of people lose the car, lose the rear coming through there. All right, down into Brooklands. Or Luffield. Brooklands, Luffield, it doesn't matter. 4th gear, pretty tight line. Fastest first sector for DeFluke. On to the old pit straight. Eighth gear here. Stays in 8th gear. Went to around 169 miles per hour and he cut it. He extended it at the end there, which is kind of surprising. We're going to go over to Kendrick's 1985 here. 7th gear, 165 miles per hour. You want to hold it around 175. But some of these guys are just taking a little bit more of a cautious approach on their first lap, trying to just get a lap time in, which is kind of smart. Because I've had qualifying sessions before, right, where pressure on the next 2 laps not to invalidate. Like, you feel the pressure to get a lap in. Into Stowe, 5th gear. Now into Vale. And then the club. See if he cuts it. It was a little bit wider than what we've been seeing from most drivers. And coming around the final corner now, it's going to be a 29.8 for Kendricks. Idunce. We'll see what he can do on his lap. Coming into... This is coughs, I'm retarded. Okay. 171 there was Dunce's minimum speed. That's where you want to be. Maybe a little bit quicker, but it's pretty good. Into Maggots and Beckett's now. Damn, he's gone a lot better. Runs a bit wide, but he kept it pretty tidy. This could be a pull lap here for Idunce. 104.2 is a bit slow. He must have had a bad first sector, maybe. I don't know. I think that's a bit slow, but we'll see what he can do by the end of the lap. Into Stowe, 6th gear, holding around 135 miles an hour. Wasn't able to go on the power that well because he didn't take more track at the beginning of the corner on entry. But in the club, that was very good. Nice on the power here. Nice and easy. Coming to the line. Still 8/10 off. He looked better than Kevin, though, in Purple Snack, that's for sure. Alright, Hayden Ring. Apparently this dude was pretty quick. He won a race in WSR. I mean, WSR really wasn't WSR without me, but he still won a race, so he must be pretty quick. Looks like he uses TC, or is it manual auto gears? I can't tell. But coming into Cops now. See what he can do. Look at the minimum speed, guys. 169, a bit slow. We'll see if these guys can improve on their times as the session goes on, as the track rips up. Purple Snack for podium. I mean, he's got a lot of work to do, man. He's a 2.5 seconds off of P3 at the moment. But obviously the race is a different animal, and I'm guessing a lot of these guys are going to crash out. I would not be shocked. 6th gear. Alright, let's see what you can do in the Vale. Not terrible. I think he has assist on though. 28.4. So look at that spread there from P8 to P2. It's 0.3. Maybe even consider Kendricks in that group too. I mean, it's a pretty tight pack there. And then you got Spenny with his medium traction control. I don't know how he's so good with it. Set 27.5. Acid Masters, pretty solid driver. He's been racing in WSR for a good minute as Spirit retires from the session. Acid's been a pretty solid driver. I think since F1 2020. 7th gear there, he did a really good job at Cops. Mackens and Beckett's now. Oh, he braked way too much coming through there. That's going to cost him a lot of time. It's going to be a 104.7 for his middle sector split, which should put him around P9 or P10, probably. Kevin Cal improves to a 27.8. See what Acid can do coming through the final corner now. Pretty good. Neat and tidy, but it wasn't insanely quick. P11 for Acid. Fred, join. Are you in the group chat? Like the new group chat? Because I invited that group chat. If you can make it in. Hold up, let me check. You should be in it. Because I sent invites through there, so that's how you'll be able to get in the session. Yeah, you're in the group chat, Fred, so just join through there and then pick whatever car. It doesn't matter. Actually, don't take McLaren if you could, please. You'll be good. Oh, BXT. That's pretty impressive. DeFluke was pretty quick from when I last watched him. I think he invalidated though. Yeah, that Cops actually. He is one of the only guys not to set a time. I don't think Zudi's been out on track yet. As Fred the Red's joined. Yep. Fred the Red, former race winner. Vietnam F1 2020 season 4, I think he won. Or no, it was in the feeder series. That's what it was. Fred had won the crazy race, and the rest of the races he wrecked out. Here comes DeFluke into Vale. Club was very good. Vale was kind of dog water. I'm not gonna lie. Here he comes. 27.8 though. So these guys are cutting off a lot of time, at least 4 or 5 tenths from their first lap. Jojo validated. Let's see. Maybe get on board with Spenny, a provisional pole sitter. He's about to start his lap. Into turn 3 he goes. 3rd gear. Perfect line through there. Turn 4 wasn't great, but he got in the power pretty nicely with his traction control. He might be the quickest guy in the world with medium traction control. I mean, just look at the lines he takes. He's maximizing all the potential time he has, even with that awful assist that slows you down by half a second. Fastest first sector for Spenny. Because you can see, like, just watch his, like, throttle tracing and, like, how it works with the gears. Like, it doesn't allow him to accelerate as much coming out of corners. But he also has no risk of spinning either. He could be so much quicker. Alright, Maggots and Beckett's now. 8th gear. Into 7th. 6th gear now. That was pretty much perfect. A little bit squirrely on the exit of Beckett's there. But it's a purple middle sector for Spenny, and he is up big time on his lap so far. Into Stowe. Oh, he invalidated it. Ah, shit. He fumbled the bag there. He didn't need to extend that. Oh, Jay's gone for a spin. Ooh. Look at that skill. That was pretty impressive. What about Knack PR? He's a veteran in WSR. Raced a good bit, at least 50 races, I'd say. We'll see what he can do. He is pretty far off the pace, so he's 6 tenths down. We'll go to Iduns now. Nobody else is on a lap. Seems like everybody's saving up for their final runs in this qualifying session. Iduns into 3. Short chase up into 4th. That was very good for Iduns. A little bit of a wiggle there coming out of turn 4 is going to cost him maybe quarter tenth, I'd say. Will it be purple? It's an improvement by 1/10. He set a 28.3 on his previous lap. Iduns looks very smooth to me, but maybe he's just not quick, like overall. But this looks pretty good so far. He might have lost a little bit of time through there on his previous lap. I think we picked up on him maybe around Pops. Just don't invalidate it. Oh, he went wide. Did not hit the apex there. He was lucky not to invalidate that. Into Maggots and Beckett's now. 7th gear, perfect. Really good line. Could have carried maybe a tiny bit more speed, but that's a pretty good middle sector. But it's just not leading the time gain. I don't know why. Because he looks quick compared to the other drivers that I've been watching. You just look at his lines and look at his throttle tracing, brake tracing, and it looks really good. That wasn't good, but I digress. He should be way quicker than he is. 28-1. Still P6. Kevin Cow. Let's go to him. Kevin Cow on a lap here as he descends into left field. I think it's Brooklyn's. I've been mixing up those corners the whole damn qualifying session. Into Brooklyn's now. Or left field. Well, it's Woodcut, actually. Technically. I don't think you can. It's too late now. Ooh, good line. A little bit slow, but he maximized that pretty well. Whew, Kevin's flying, actually. A lot better than his first lap. Here he comes. Kevin Cal on a charge for pole. He's improved a lot, I'll tell you that. A lot of these guys have. Into Vale. Hits the apex. Through club corner. A little bit wide, but it's not going to cost him too much time. Can Kevin Cal take pole here, guys? No, he can't. It's a 27.6 though. 2/10 improvement. Spenny wants to take pole though. We'll go on board with him because this is the battle for pole. It's between him and Burnett. And I think Yasso could maybe make it in there, but he's not going on for another lap. DeFlugi looked pretty quick. JoJo has been quick previously. We'll see what they can do. We'll stay on board with Spenny for now, unless there's somebody further up the road that I could go to. So anybody had maybe Furnick Man? Oh, there's NLR Rudy. That's Seville Flair. Alright, Furnickman is down on his time. Zudi is just starting a lap, so we'll go back to Spenny. Why not? He's up a 10th, which would guarantee a provisional pole here. Unless Burnett can do something about it. Here comes... He's up 2.5 tenths. He is flying this lap into Stowe Corner. See what he can do. Hopefully he hasn't lit up the tires too much. A little bit more cautious than he was. A lot more cautious. You could tell he didn't want to invalidate that Stowe Corner again. He's trying not to mess up his lap. A little bit cautious, but that wasn't bad through club. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. Yeah, he didn't really gain time. Kind of just stayed the same. It's provisional pole, though, for Spenny. Burnett? Yes, okay. Yasso's about to finish the lap, but it's a 5-minute lap, apparently. What the hell? Okay. The Fluky is off. We'll go on board with Burnett. Apparently he's up 7 tenths. Or he's up half a tenth. Purple first sector for Burnett. He's flying along here. Into left field now. Looking pretty neat and tidy. Now into Woodcut. Can Burnett take pole in the first race in WSR in 7 months? We have 18 drivers here. Special thanks to Hayden Ring and Aston Masters for bringing about 4 or 5 extra guys. Appreciate it. Burnett, though. We'll see what his second sector split is here. Doesn't look as good as Spenny did. Oh, he validated it. He sold. He sold, man. Alright, who do we go on board with? Who do you guys want to go on board with? We'll go on board with JoJo. Slightly up. Hayden Ring. Is he going any quicker? I mean, he won a race, apparently, when I was gone. So he must have been pretty quick. We'll go on board with him as he finishes his lap. What can Hayden do? It's going to be an improvement by 5 tenths, moves him up to P6. Aston Masters is apparently coming down the back straight. He's up 3 tenths. I don't think... Yasso might be on a lap, actually. Go on board with Yasso. Yeah. Why not? I don't know who to go on board with, to be honest. It's a lot of action to cover. 5th gear, but he keeps it around 135 miles per hour, which is what our pole sitter Spenny managed to do. Coming into Vale. Can Yasso take pole position? Wow, that was perfect. He aced Vale and club there. And I'll come to the line. Yasso's going to be pretty close to pole position here. Is it going to be pole? It's going to be a 27.5. It's going to be P3 on the grid, the second row of the grid. was locked up for Yasso, as I think qualifying is done for the Silverstone Grand Prix. Wow. So let's look at the spreads real quick here. Right now, we'll actually look at it before we head to the race. I'm tripping out. I haven't commentated in 7 months, you can tell. Okay, yeah, so Spenny takes pole position, 2/10 gap to Burnett. Not much, though, if you really think about it. Yeah, so 2/10 back as well. Kevin Kyle, 4/10 back. Then we got a lot of guys here. We got fifth through 10th. That's 6 drivers separated by about 3/10 of a second. Then we got Spirit, the Canadian, in 11th. Aston Masters, Knack PR, Furkan Naraman, Purple Snack, and Ola Rudy. You better watch out for him. He could definitely come to the field and win this race. He is very quick. Feather Red and Zuti22, the one Brazilian in this lobby. Zuti's like the one clean Brazilian driver I know. All the other ones are dirty. Really dirty. Okay. Now we wait. 24 seconds. I want to see a good race here, guys. No, you can do it. Grid looks pretty good. From what I've heard, these guys are pretty clean. See what they can do. I won't be shocked if there's a decent amount of retirements, though. I mean, people are just pissed off with this game because it sucks. And if you spin out once, like, some people, they just quit immediately. It's just how it is. Especially when we haven't raced in 7 months. But I think for the remaining drivers, it's going to be pretty good. That's just my prediction. I have more confidence in these guys than I did with the last few people. Okay, so let's look at the tire choice here. Mediums for the top two. A lot of guys going to be in the hards. Kendrick's the only guy to go to sauce. I told you somebody would do it. He'll hope to benefit at the start from those soft tires. He should be able to jump JoJo, maybe even to Fluky. Spirit's already been disqualified. He did not start the formation lap, it looks like. Actually, we have 20 drivers. Aussies in here. Gunnacox, Press, Zuti, Feather Red, Rudy, Snack. I'm actually shocked we have 20. Holy shit. Furkan, Naraman, Nak PR, Acid, Spirit, Dunce, Kendricks, Jojo, Jay, Hayden, Defluki, Kevin, Yasso, Burnett, Spenny. Pretty competitive grid. There's not too many crazy like quick drivers. Spenny, Burnett, Yasso, and Rudy would be the guys I'd say are pretty quick. But when we last ran WSR, there were at least 8 or 9 guys faster than Spenny, so it'd be quite interesting. I think Aussie's pretty quick. I'm not sure about Gunnacox, to be honest. Never heard. I think I've heard of him, but I haven't raced with him. Kendrick's 1985. We'll have to see with him. I mean, he's only got to go to sauce, and like if there's an early safety car, I guarantee you he pits for hards and he goes to the end. Because I think I did that in one league one time, where there's a safety car maybe lap 3 here. Nobody else pit. I went to hards. I won by like 15 seconds. Because the pit stop is so long around this track, right? So I'm going to put the tire data away here, put the interval away. Oh. Let's go, baby. This should be quite interesting. Alright. What happened with the DSQs? I don't know, to be honest. Spirit didn't start, and then I'm guessing maybe some of these guys messed up their grid slot. Maybe Jane Kendricks crashed into each other somehow. I don't know. 5 red lights here for the British GP. All right. What a great camera angle to start, but I'll deal with it. 5 red lights are on. It's lights out. It's lights out. Oh, and away we go. I think Spenny got a decent start. No, it looks like Burnett got a great start. He's jumping Spenny, going down into turn 1. Somebody got a shocker there. It's 4 wide. There's definitely going to be a crash between those guys as we head through turn 2 into turn 3. Spenny's looking to pounce here on Burnett, but he's not going to be able to do so. Camera angle is still shit. As Jay runs wide on the start, he's going to cut the corner. I don't know what he's doing. Spirit never started the race. Looks like he didn't get back in time. As we head through turn 3, Jay's fallen to the back of the field pretty much. He's got it. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. He'll get that removed. But as we head down into Brooklands, Spenny's got a pretty good gap. Aston Masters going down the inside of Hayden Ring. Let's see if he can make a move here on the Aston Martin. He's trying to go around the outside, but here comes JoJo, ready to pounce on the pair of them. As we head through Woodcut onto the back straight, the old straight here. JoJo in the slips. You know it's Acid. He's going to make a move down into 2 cops. He's going on the inside. We got JoJo trying to pounce as well. And I think we got guys side by side. Yeah, Dunce and Fluky. This is not going to end well going into Maggots and Beckett's. I think Dunce might just come out ahead in that battle for P9. And now Dunce is right in the back of JoJo. I'll tell you what, I think Dunce has pretty good race pace here as we go back to Fred the Red, making a move on Furkan Naraman. We're going to go back up to Acid, though. There's a lot of action to keep track of here. Acid Masters making the move on Hayden. Hayden's going to make a switchback, though, coming through Stowe down into Vale Corner. They're going side by side. Hayden's going to try the switchback again. Acid Masters gets a little loose. There's contact in the back, and Knack PR's gone for a spin, along with DeFluky. Must have made contact going into Vale, it looks like. But no retirements yet, except for the DSQ for Spirit for not starting this race. Hayden in the ring, still really close to Acid. Will he send it going down into turn 3? No, he will not. He'll sit in the slipstream of that AlphaTauri. Idunce trying to pass Joji. He's been trying to pass Joji for the past lap, or half a lap, I'd say. And watch him dump that tank. He's going to dump that tank. He's in the slipstream of the McLaren. The McLaren's dumping his tank too. He's going to send it. No, he's not going to send it, but he gets really close. He almost hits him, but that was pretty solid driving from the pair of them, I'm not going to lie. Burnett's already gained 8 tenths on Spenny with Kevin Cowell further 1.2 back. Yas has had a pretty bad start so far in this race. Any battles and going into the cops? It doesn't look like it. Everything's kind of settled. It's Burnett, who's on the medium compound tires. Kendricks, with that masterful strategy call, is up to 4th on the sauce. I told you, man. He was going to be quick at that start. He was going to be able to jump ahead of those guys on the hards. Aston Masters had a pretty good start, though, considering he's on the hards. He's up into P6. And he's holding off Hayden for now. So we go back. Furkan and Ironman making a move on Fred the Red, going down into Stowe. They're going side by side. Fred's holding the inside, Furkan on the outside. But can Furkan make the move? He's on softer compound tire here, heading down into Vale Corner. I think he makes the move. Yeah, he does. We're going to take the tire graphic off because it takes up so much of the damn screen. It's really annoying. Idunce making a move finally on JoJo, heading down into turn 1. Side by side, he easily clears JoJo, but he might run a little bit wide. And will JoJo try and pounce? No, he will not. Pretty good racing so far. Pretty clean racing. I mean, Hayden told me these PRL guys were pretty clean. Same with Snack. So they're doing a good job. I'll tell you that, compared to some of the guys I've had in here before. Gunnar Cox Press is up a few positions from the start. Now he's about to pass Fred the Red, going down into Brooklands. Around the outside, he put it late on the brakes there. Really impressive move from him. Yeah, and he's up into P12. He flew around the outside of Mr. Fred the Red. Azudi's had an accident. Same with Ozzy. They've all had a coming together there, it seems. Maybe even Knack. Damn allergies. Kendricks is on the back of Kevin Cow now, looking to pounce for P3. I think those softs were actually a pretty good call from Kendricks, I'm not going to lie. Seems to be paying off for him. Now he's got the DRS on Kevin Cow. Kevin Cow has 17% less ERS. Kendricks could pass him less lap, but he's not going to. Probably on to the next straight at the end of at the start of Sector 2. And of Sector 1. Dunce is flying along. I told you guys to watch out for Dunce, man. He looked really quick in quali, but the laps just didn't come together for some reason. But his lines look good, which tells me that told me that he's gonna be quick for the race. 31.9 there for him. It's a pretty solid lap time. Look at the fastest lap so far. 31.0 for Burnett. Well, the thing is, Dunce is also stuck in dirty air, so he's going to be a bit slower, but we'll see what he can do. We'll see what Hayden can do. Hayden needs to get by Acid. Acid's on hards. Hayden's on mediums. He's going to dump the tank here, but I think he's not going to be able to pass him just yet. He's a bit too far back. Going back up to our leaders, though, Spenny's making up a little bit of time on Burnett. It's down to 0.5. It was at 0.8 about 2 laps ago. So he's taking about 1.5 a lap, which is a pretty significant margin over a whole race. That's about 4 or 5 seconds, especially when you're battling for the lead. Go on board the aerial view with Burnett. Back to Spenny. Spenny is 0.5 back. If he wants to go to the move of ERS, Spenny doesn't look like he's going to make the move. Somebody's had a spin. It looks like Kendricks must have lost a lot of time. Was not able to catch that as Hayden Ring's making a move on Acid, a DRS move, heading down the straight, and Dunce is going to pounce as well. Down in a stow. Here goes Dunce. Sneaks it down the inside on Acid. Acid is going to struggle to defend here, and I think Dunce hold it on the inside, but he's going to back out and try and get the switchback here. Watch this. Just not enough grip for Acid to make the switchback, and JoJo's coming into the fray as well. Here he comes in the McLaren. He's flying along pretty nicely in this race so far. Ring's making a move on Kendricks. Kendricks is starting to struggle on those tires. Had a little bit of a moment, I think, on the lap before, and now he's falling back down into P6. You see he's wiggling a little bit coming through turn 4 there. It doesn't bode well for his ambitions in this race. That's for sure. Dunce already has a time penalty. There's a whole train, a whole gaggle of cars back here. Fred the Red might be passed by Jay as somebody went wide. Furkan Naruman went wide. I don't know what he was doing. Looks like he just let everybody by. No, he quit. Didn't feel like racing. Well, that's unfortunate, but we still have 18 drivers left in this race. Mike keeps glitching. Go up to Spenny now. 0.5 back. Not going to be able to pull off and move on Burnett this lap. Back to Kendricks. He's got Dunce behind him. This whole gaggle of cars all separated by about 2 seconds from P6 to P10. But there's no moves to be made, obviously, because they can't pass each other. They're all in a train. Meanwhile, Gunna Cox Press is just slightly ahead of Fred the Red. After that pretty good start, I mean, Gunna doesn't seem like he has incredible pace compared to the other midfield drivers. Does it? I'm not sure who to go on board with. People watching the race, who do you want me to go on board with? I'll leave it up to you guys since the race is kind of dying down a little bit. We're starting to form the DRS trains. Somebody saw to spin. Rudy. I told you, man, I thought Rudy was going to be really quick, but he's struggling. Maybe he just doesn't have a setup. I mean, he is on the hards, too, so that could be making a bit of a difference. Head back up to Kendricks, who, after playing a strategical masterclass, has started to struggle a little bit in this race. P6 at the moment. He's got guys on better tires behind him relative to him now. Those softs are good for about 5 laps, and then they start to fall off a cliff. He might be able to make a move on Hayden, though. In the slipstream of the Aston Martin, he has 5% ERS, though. He's about to hit the limiter. Heading down into Stowe. Can he stay on the inside? Yes, he can. He makes the move on Hayden down into Stowe. Nice move, but Hayden's going to try the switchback. Really aggressive move. Make the move. Yes, he does. JoJo's had a spin with somebody else, potentially at Stowe, it looks like. Or maybe just him and would have been Dunce or Acid? Potentially. Purple Snacks lost a little bit of time to the guys ahead. He's actually had pretty good race pace. JoJo's out. He's called it quits. Okay. Back up to our leaders. Spenny's still 0.8 behind Burnett. Burnett kind of stretching the gap out. They still have the same amount of ERS, though. Kevin Cal struggling for ERS. Yasso is definitely going to pull off the move sometime soon, I think. Kendricks staying pretty close to Hayden, but as we saw in that previous lap, with Hayden having so much more ERS deployment, it's really screwing him over. Or Kendricks. Because Hayden can get past, but then he can just pass him on the next somewhat long straight, right? So the tires are about to fall for Kendricks. I'm guessing he'll be in the pits around lap 9? Lap 9, lap 10? It's probably where the window is. And Dunce is ready to pounce on him as well. He's got the more ERS. He's got 30% more ERS here in the slipstream. Kendricks is going to leave the inside open. He doesn't really feel like fighting it. And it's an easy pass for Dunce up into P6 in this race. Dunce has been flying along pretty nicely. Kendricks is going to try and pass him. Ooh, no, he's not going to be able to. Snack and Gunnicox are camera angle in history. Bro, can we get a better camera angle? What the fuck just happened? We had just had like the craziest shit happen, and I couldn't see any of it because we had the close-up camera angle. But in all of that chaos, Purple Snack. Fred the Red's going for a move on Snack now. He's about to pull it off, and then Jay's getting in this battle as well. Jay has that 10-second time penalty, which will be removed. He went a little bit wide on the first lap coming through turn 3. And then he let like 7 guys through, and he still got a 10-second time penalty. Ooh, it looks like Nack's trying to sneak by. It's just chaos in this midfield battle right now. Pure chaos. And Nack's made the move. Good for him. Back up to Spenny. We go. 6/10 gap between them. Been holding pretty steady. They both been saving ERS by the looks of it. Burnett's back up to 70%. Spenny's at about... Mic keeps cutting out, which is really annoying. Ever so slightly, my mic just like stops working. Or at least the headset does. I'm not sure if you guys can still hear me. I hope you can. Yasso's dropped a few positions though. As Kendricks picks on lap 9. Told you. And he'll go to the hard tires, presumably. Further back, we still got a pretty big gaggle of cars here. Knack PR looking for the move on Purple Snack. Watch him send it. I guarantee he's going to send it. Watch. Nope. Doesn't send it. His teammate almost did a J. J will send it in turn 4, though. Nope. These guys are pretty cautious. I'm impressed. Oh! Nice pirouette, Jay. I'll tell you that. That was pretty nifty. Into turn 4 we go. Brooklyn's. Knack PR on the inside of Purple Snack. Gets the move done pretty easily. And now he can set his sights on Fred the Red. Huh. Okay. Yasso falling back a little bit. Look at the position change here. Gunnicox is up 11 positions. Fred the Red up 7. Ozzy and Zuti are up 4 and 5 respectively. Kendricks has dropped 8. And obviously the guys who retired have dropped a lot of positions. DeFluke's actually dropped 4. I think he must have had an incident in the early part of the race. But he's about to make a move here on Gunnicox. Down this back straight. They're going side by side. I'm on board with Fred the Red right now. Oh, DeFluke's lost it. And Gunnicox takes advantage. So DeFluke's going to drop another few positions. He might stay ahead of Jay. No, he will not. There he goes. On the hards. That's unfortunate for his race prospects. As Kevin Cowles had a spin. Or no, Kevin Cowles pitting. My bad. We'll see what tires he puts on. It is the hard compound tires for Kevin Cow. Jay is going to pit for the hards as well. Yasso. 3/10 back for Massive Masters. Can he make the move into Brooklyn's? He is not active in the ERS, so it doesn't look like he's going to try. Fred the Red might try, though. He's in the slipstream of Gunnicox down the back straightaway. Here they go. Gunnicox lets him by. Gunnicox, they have basically equal amounts of ERS, those two. Yasso, though, I think Yasso's going to try and pass on the hanger straight. There's no way he won't. He's way too close. Acid's slower at this stage of the race. Yasso's pretty quick. Yasso wants a chance to that podium, which he obviously still can have a chance because he's going to have fresh mediums compared to Idunce, Hayden Ring, who are going to have hard compound tires at the end of this race. Yep, he's going to pounce here, activating the ERS. Acid's not even going to defend. Yasso's going to fly by as we head down the straight. By Hayden Ring, and my mic glitches out. Hayden Ring's going to send it into the Vale. Ooh, a little bit of tight action there. Holy shit. Further right in Gunna pits. Back out to Hayden. Hayden with 65% ERS, Dunce with 22%. Dunce is a penalty as well, so Hayden's in a pretty prime position to get a podium, even with Yasso and Acid potentially having mediums at the end of this race. If Dunce is quicker, if I'm Hayden, I'm just staying behind and eating up that DRS, but it looks like they're pretty similar on pace. Spenny's pit for hards, same with Gunna Cox and Purple Snack. So pretty basic strategies. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody tries a medium soft strategy if they can stretch it out. It's probably not the quickest though. Ooh. Look who's going for a spin. It's Knack PR into Fluky. About to pass Zudi here. Spenny's about 4 seconds behind, so we'll catch these guys in about 2 laps. So Fluky's using up the ERS. Does he want to try and get past here going into the cops? I don't know why he'd burn the ERS, to be honest. Snacks had a spin on the exit of 5. Which is really going to hurt his race aspirations here for points. Meanwhile, Jay's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. And DeFluky, he's going to dump the tank here. Zudi's going to go defensive to the inside. Can DeFluky pull it off around the outside into Stowe? It's going to be a really difficult move for DeFluky. He's going to back out of it and try to get the switch back. Oh, on the throttle early here. Can he make a move in the Vale? It's going to be a dive bomb. He is not going to do it. He's just going to have to sit back for now. Ugh. Into T1. Oh my gosh, he flew through there. Then they got the leader, Burnate, coming out of the pits. So Spenny's lost a lot of time to Burnate actually in the pit stop phase. About 3 seconds. But these guys are racing him now. Especially if they try to pass him. Zudi's basically pushing him along the corners. He had to back out a little bit, not to hit him. And now DeFluky's going to make the move. And I think Burnate's safe for now as long as DeFluky doesn't slam into his rear end. Still pretty close though. Zudi on the inside. Not able to pull out the move. DeFluky though. Is he really going to try and pass the leader here? He is. Maybe he's an op for Spenny. It's costing Burnate time, and now Spenny's getting back into the fold after losing a lot of time in that pit stop phase. It's now down to about 2 seconds, I'd say. But now DeFluky's going to lose a lot of time. Spenny will pass the pair of them on this lap as Dunce pits for hards, I presume. And we'll see where Dunce comes out in relation to Burnate. I think he's going to be about 10. Definitely won't be close. Guess we'll go up to our leaders now? Sure. Actually, no, we'll stick on board with Spenny because Spenny's about to pass one of these guys. He has to if he wants to win this race. I'm not sure if Zudi will put up too much of a fight. Ozzy's retired in the pit lane. He's called it quits on the day. It was kind of a rough race for him. I think he had contact with somebody on one of the opening laps. And he kind of just was way back from there. Same with Rudy. Rudy struggled a lot for race pace, to be fair. Spenny's not going to be able to make a move. We'll go up more with Yasso. Here he comes. in the slipstream of Hayden for a split second there. Now Yasu's pulling to the inside. Yasu's got some pretty big, good pace, but he's like 10 seconds provisionally off the leaders or so. So he has no chance of actually winning it. Unless we get a safety car, of course. Hayden Ring's going to pit. His tires are fried at this point. Meanwhile, Jay just passed Rudy. Rudy hasn't pit yet. He's way back. And falling back as we speak. Here comes Spenny on Zudi. Through club. Oh, shit, Zudi, you crazy motherfucker. Woo! Those two. Oh, no. You got a time penalty for that? Are you kidding me? That's BS. Aussie driving, I'm not going to lie, but he didn't deserve a time penalty for it. The game was just like, fuck you, bitch. You're getting a time penalty. The dude's like, alright. I'll deal with it. But I think he lost the rear end a little bit there. Ooh, Dunce. Actually got under... How did Dunce lose time to Hayden Ring? When Hayden was passed. That's weird, but going side by side into Brooklyn's. Dunce has pulled off the move. That's weird, because you'd think Hayden would undercut... Dunce would undercut him by a good bit. But as it turned out, Hayden came out ahead. And how Hayden's hemorrhaging a lot of time. It's so annoying. Keeps cutting off. Okay, back up to the leaders. Yas is spinning for mediums. Bet your bucks on it. Okay. Whoa, Kevin Cow's flying, and Zudi lets him by. Yep, he didn't want a repeat of what happened with him and Spenny, did he? That's for sure. We'll see what tire Yasa puts on. I'll turn off the tire graphics here in a minute, guys, because it takes up way too much of the screen. So yeah, he goes to mediums. Same with Tafluki. They're both going to pit for mediums. Spenny is 3.5 seconds off burnout, it looks like. Yep. With 1 lap older tires. Alright, let's go on board Jay. We got a Williams inter-team battle here for P14. I swear if these idiots wreck each other, it'd be funny as hell. Oh, it looks like Rudy must have left. Maybe, yeah, no wonder he was so slow. Went right over my head. Okay. Well, Jay, he's in P15. It's been a rough race for him and his teammate. I think Knack might have just picked up ERS too. So I'm not sure if Jay can even make a move, to be honest. We'll see, though. But he's burning ERS for some reason. 6/10 ahead. He'll be safe for now. Heading back up to Dunce in P8. Spenny's closed a little bit of time here, guys, too, if you've been paying attention. He's closed about 8/10 in the lap, so maybe Spenny has better pace on these hards. We'll have to see. Burnout also could have just had a moment. But it'll be quite interesting. This battle for the win is not over just yet. Yasso, 3/10 back. Spenny set the fastest lap of the race at 30.8 for the Ferrari driver. Fastest lap for Burnett was a 31.0. So Burnett must have been pretty slow on that lap too, but Spenny's fastest lap is still 2/10 quicker. Interestingly enough. Aston Masters and Featherwell will be begging for a safety car at this point. Same with Zudi. And even some of the guys on hard compound tires too. Kevin Cow probably would wish his first safety car right now, I'd say. Spin at Stowe. His race has just gone to shit, unfortunately for him. As Yasso's making a move on Hayden Ring. I swear Hayden's been involved in about 80% of the battles in this race. That's what it's felt like. Oh no, Spenny's picked up a time penalty. He's pushing too hard. And that will almost definitely seal the win for Burnett, barring any penalties from Burnett. Why don't you check the race director real quick, if it wants to work. Let's check. 2 warnings. Spenny, I bet you picked up his warnings in the past lap. Yep, told you. 2 warnings in 3 laps. That's what cost him. Trying to gain that time back, and now he's losing time actually to Burnett. But Burnett has 2 warnings too, so it's not over in that regard. It's Dunce really close to the back of Kendricks. Interestingly enough, Kendricks went for the mediums when he pit off of those softs. He strategy from the rest of the field, and it hasn't panned out terribly the last 3 or 4 laps of this race on those mediums. Now he has to get by Zuti, who actually doesn't have terrible pace at the stage of the race. He's just kind of on a different strategy from everybody else, and Kendricks makes an easy move. Idance is going to pounce here on the back of this straight. Same with Yasso, I'm guessing. Yeah, Zuti's really slow, on traction at least. And it's boggling up all these cars. We're going to have a 3-way fight here going on into turn 4. Who's going to come on in this battle, man? Let's see. Yasso's pulling to the inside. Does my mic stop working? That was good driving by Zuti to help out his teammate, actually. I'm pretty impressed. Allowed Yasso to jump up into P. The shitty mic keeps fucking break. If I touch my, if I even, swipe at the jack, it fucks up my mic. So damn annoying. Okay. Acid and Fred are into the pits. My guess is softs at this stage if they stayed out this long. We'll see what they do, though. Acid, he's going for mediums. I would have gone for softs at this point. Why not? Nothing to lose at this point. Snacks had another moment at left field. They both went for mediums. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Zuti's spinning as well. Alright, we'll go to Yasso, who's about to pass Kendricks. They have different amounts of ERS. Yasso has about 40% more ERS available for deployment here, and he could use that on the straight. Let's see what he can do if he wants to use it. He's using the ERS. He's dumping the tank. The red light is flashing on the back of that Alpine driver's car, and as we head down into Brooklands, Yasso is not able to pull off the move. No, he's going to hang it around the outside. What a great move. Around the outside. Kept it nice and tidy. Yasso's jumped Kendricks. Meanwhile, Idance is more than a DRS, a length gap back at this point. Over a second. Can Kendricks get back at Yasso? I don't think so. I think Dunce is about to pounce on him as well. Snack. This race has gone from bad to worse as he tries to turn that thing around. You're ghosting. You can hit the reverse, or just turn it around, turn right, and just keep it on. Yep. All right, do it that way. Doesn't matter to me. Oh yeah, his wing is gone. Lost it on the curb coming out of Stowe. Looks like to me. Kendricks, he's about 8/10 back now. And somebody's at a spin. No, it's a Snack. He's still struggling. Brody's really tripping out over here. I think he just wants to quit the race. He just wants to give up on life. Yeah, he hates himself right now. Yep, he quit. Yep. Not surprised. Rough race for Snack. Okay. Can we get a safety car here? Safety car! Safety car! Safety car. Yo. Let's get a safety car chant going in the game chat, please. Kendricks just did something really stupid and it gave up a lot of time. Bro is tweaking. Does he have like a wheel issue? Is he out of fuel? What's going on? Something's happening, bro. What the heck? Have y'all seen this? I don't know what's going on. It's like he has like, oh! I think he's just trying to get off to the inside. It's like he has some sort of like mechanical issue. Right? Am I wrong? Okay. I don't know. Maybe he had to do something. I guarantee he was going to retire. He sped too. I mean, he was running wheels, so he could have had like a wheel. A weird sequence of events. Okay. Hayden Ring and iDuns. These guys have been battling all race. Had better pace for most of this race, and then Hayden Ring's kind of stuck with him, and he's caught up a little bit with the hards. They both have, I think, an equal number of time penalties. We'll take a gander. 3 seconds, yeah. So, whatever happens, happens between these two, but I want to see a fight. And if you guys are listening to the stream, I want to see a fight. Come on. Bring it on. Enough with this bullshit. You're fighting for P5. I know it's valuable points, but put on a spectacle for the fans, please. Zudi's made a move on Jay. Ooh, as Fred the Red makes a move on Asa. Asa goes a bit wide. Fred's promoted himself up in a P7 in this race. So, I kind of want to see a safety car here, because it'd be funny to see Kevin or Yasa win this race. When Spenny and Burnett have dominated, but at the same time, they do deserve it. Not much to really talk about. I think it's going to be quite interesting with Fred the Red catching up to these guys pretty directly. Hayden and Dunce. Same with Acid. It's going to be quite a good battle at the end of this race, I'd say. Yasso probably is going to catch up to Kevin, maybe. I hope. And then Spenny, if Burnett makes a mistake, Spenny's right on his ass, too. So, like, it's not over, so to say. Nack just had a spin at the final corner. Probably caught the inside curb, right? So, like, it's definitely not over. And shit could still happen. Spenny's closed the gap just a tiny bit here. It's 2.5 now. Sudi's had a spin, too. There's a lot of guys having spins here. 2.5, 2.6. He's not going to close it on raw pace. You see, he's up on his personal best, so 30.8, yeah. Burnett did the 30.6 at some point. Yeah, so 30.3. Ugh. Damn, I'm still sick. Okay. DeFluke actually with the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, he'll catch up to Gunnacox. So DeFluke still has a chance at maybe a top 5 here, if everything goes well and Acid picks up a penalty. I mean, he'll have to make up a lot of time, but he's flying out there. We'll have to see. Hayden's still pulling pretty close. Acid Masters comes into the pits. I wonder why he did that. Wing damage? Maybe? I don't know. Well, that's going to leave Fred the Red with a realistic chance at a top 5 finish here. And DeFluke just doesn't seem like he has the raw pace to catch up and take the lead. Not take the lead. Take a P5 finish, potentially. I mean, he did have to close a second a lap here. It's just not going to happen. Ooh, look at this. The Fluky, 2/10 back. I'm getting out of my seat for this. Oh, I'm stiff. All right, let's go. I want to see some damn action here. I gotta get hyped. I really haven't gotten hyped this race, guys. I haven't really had a reason to. But now, DeFluke's about to make a fucking move here on Gunnacox. Down the back straight he comes. He's in the slipstream. He's not activating ERS. Down into Stowed Corner. Can he send a dive bomb here? No, he's not going to. But he's really close to the back of that Alpine driver's car. The rear wing of that Alpine. The delicious blue rear wing of that Alpine. We'll see what he can do on this next straight. He's really close. He's ready to pounce. But I think we might have to head up to Hayden Ring, who's about to make a move on iDuns. Yes, we will. Hayden Ring, down into turn 3. He's got 40% ERS. Chance to pounce and take a top 5 finish in his first true race in WSR. The races he did back in October, they don't count, okay? That wasn't WSR. That was some league ran by my buddies who didn't know what they were doing, right? So those don't count. Now, Hayden's about to make the move. He's 4/10ths back. He's ready to pounce. He's not trained in the ARS yet. He might be waiting for the last lap, which is a risky endeavor. You want to pass him before the end of the last lap. That's my word of wisdom for you, Hayden. Pass him on lap 25 or 24. Do it. Do it. Because the DRS isn't even that powerful in this game. If you wait till the last lap, Duns could pull something out of his ass and just run away from you. Make the move now. Dump the tank. Dump the tank. Probably too far back now to dump the tank, though. Oh, he's gonna dump. Nope, he's not gonna dump the tank. Percent though, his red light's flashing. He's out of ERS. He's harvested energy. That's the fluke. He makes a move on Gunnar Cox. Press down in the stow. Ooh, Gunnar tried to hold it around the outside. Got a little bit too close for comfort there with the Haas, and he drops down to P9. Meanwhile, Feather Red is caught up to this fight. Let's see what Hayden can do, man. What can he do here? In that turquoise, definitely not turquoise, Aston Martin car. He's in the slipstream. 3/10ths back. He's got Feather Red right up his ass now. He has to make the move this lap. Hayden, this is your time to fucking shine. I want to see you make a fucking move here, bitch. I want to see it. Do it. Do it. You gotta fucking show me that you're the man. That you're somebody who could win a championship one day in this league. I want to see it. Pull the rabbit out of its ass. Come on. Do something cool. Meanwhile, Yasso's caught up to Kevin Cow. Might have to. He's too far back. We'll go back up to Hayden. Hayden Ring, now he's only 3/10ths back. He's definitely going to be able to make the move on Iduns. In the slipstream, he's activating the ERS. He's easily going to fly past the Mercedes as we head down the straight, down to the Stowe corner. But Iduns is going to try and hold it around the outside. Maybe, yes, he is. Hayden leaves the room. He leaves the respect. He leaves the space. Heading down into Vale corner. They're going to go side by side. No, Dunce is going to back out just for a split second. Zudi's had an incident, but it's too late for a safety car now. Dunce has been passed by Hayden. To move on, Dunce as well. 2 laps remain in the spectacle around Silverstone. The British GP has put on a pretty good show, actually. I'd say about a 6 out of 10 race. Not too much drama. Not too much action, but it's been enough action to keep me awake compared to some other races, of course. But now, as he head onto this next straight, Iduns, he's 4/10ths back. He lost about a 10th on the start of turn 4 there. He's activating the RS. He wants to get back by. Fred the Red, though, he's about to make a move. Fred the Red's going to send it down the inside into Brooklyn's. Can he make the move stick? Oh, around the outside. Contact. What a move, Fred. You're up into P6. Let's see it, Fred. I want to see this top 5. Hayden, I want to see if you can hold off this Alfa Romeo driver. You guys have equal amounts of ERS. But Fred the Red is really quick in a straight line. Really quick. And it'll be difficult to hold off, especially with fresher rubber. But give me all you got. Give me all you got. Kevin. Ugh. Ugh. Here comes Fred the Red in the slipstream. He activates the ERS. He's going to fly by Hayden. Holy shit. Damn. Fred the Red's fucking quick. Bro's got the Red Bull setup on. Holy crap. Man, I think that's that battle over almost. Hayden will try and fight back. I think he can actually. But Fred's really quick though in the straight line. Look at the gap he's pulling. What the fuck? Look at that shit. He getting a 10th on that straight with no ERS usage. He's flying away. See you later. Okay, well, we'll check the penalties real quick just to make sure. Oh, Fred has 11 seconds. So I just hyped that battle up for nothing. Well, whoopsies. That's unfortunate. Off the move, guys, on the final lap. Definitely can't. Alright. Gunnar Cox Press is making a move On to Fluky. He sent it down the inside. Squeezed out the Fluky. That's a grown man's move from Gunnar Cox. We're going to head back up to our leaders, though. Burnett, the Spaniard, has delivered a dominating race performance, to be fair. I thought Spenny was going to win this race, but Burnett, he's really come out of nowhere. I've never seen him race before, but he's quick. And I hope he continues to race in WSR. Around the final corner he comes. It's going to be P1 for the Spaniard. Spenny comes around for P2. Good race from him. Meanwhile, Yasso got really close to Kevin Cow. Can he make the move around the final corner if Kevin makes a mistake? No, he's not going to be able to. Kevin is going to finish on the podium here. Good result for Kevin. Really consistent drive. Yasso P4. Made up for, if he didn't have that mistake earlier in the race, he would have gone a podium. Fred the Red, P5. He has a bullet in the straight line, but he has a lot of penalties. Hayden finishes P5. What a dog. Love it, Hayden. Duns in P6. Freddie in P7. Gunnar Cox in P8. DeFluke, P9. And Acid Masters. Is he even racing? Who's racing? Who's still left? Knack. I think it's Knack. Which he never got. Okay, we'll wait for Knack. Thoughts on the race, guys? I'm giving it 6 out of 10. Or 3 stars out of 5. Oh, he spun. And retired. Alright. Alright. Nice win, Burnett. I'll give you that. You are the first winner in the summer series. Wow. Solid race. Good race, guys. J7, why did you never join the party? You're supposed to be my co-commentator. I actually just noticed that. We'll do a quick race rundown, guys, and then I'll probably call it quits for the stream. We don't do post-race interviews here at WSR. All right, Burnett takes the win. Good result for the Spaniard. I hope he comes back. Spenny, P2. Disappointed in you, Spenny. You got to get your shit together. Kevin Cow. Pretty solid race from Kevin. That's probably the best you can do right now with your traction control. Yasso, P4. Turkish driver did pretty good. I've raced with him before, I think. Hayden Ring, the first Canadian to finish top. No, what the hell am I talking about? The top Canadian in this race finishes P5. Duns P6. Featherhead, Gunnar Cox, DeFluke, Acid, Jay, Knack, Zudi, Kendricks who had controller issues, Purple Snack, Ozzy, Jojo, Furcan, Rudy, Spirit running off the grid. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk. My fucking sinuses are so damn clogged up for some reason. I've had allergies for the past 3 weeks. And, like, I have mucus built up on my fucking throat. It's so damn annoying. Every time I try to, like, talk for, like, 10 seconds in a row without, like, really, like, focusing on breathing, like, it fucks with me. And it's really annoying. So I'm sorry about that, but this was a really good race from you guys. I like to see it. Clean racing. There were basically no accidents in this race. I was impressed. Good work. Good foundation to build off of. For the rest of the summer series, we got 3 more races. Next race is Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. We might add a race on Saturday, too, depending on how many drivers we have committed for next week. I mean, I don't mind adding another race, and I don't think other people would either, right? Because almost all the leagues are done now. So we'll have to see on that. Might make a top 5 minutes video. I don't think there were that many crazy moments in this race, though, but I'll leave that for another time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. Thank you to the PRL guys for showing up and boosting the grid. I'll see you guys next time, next week. Next Saturday, next Sunday, who knows? But I'll see you somewhere. Peace out. Have a good one.